Alex E. Miller.
Alex Miller.
Of Alex Miller and
Alex Miller.
You know how hard I've been working to not take cases like this. He's no exception. Besides, a case of this magnitude is better suited for somebody who does not have any personal ties.
I don't know the difference between what's right, wrong, or illogical. And I get to run around every time I ask, how do you run away from the demons that's inside of you?
Fuck putting the face with the name. You don't recognize the face or the name. You see, that's the shit I be talking about. That's why I'm never on there.
That's the point of this, is to meet people.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you probably put a lot of our personal shit on there so people can get to know us, right?
No.
Jacqueline, so good to see you again. Yeah, for your hair appointment? No? That's a 7 extra charge just for you.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Because he's either going to tell me what I want to know, or he's going to tell me what he wants on his tombstone.
I'm gonna need that for a ringtone, to be honest. Because I like that song. But I definitely can relate to it. And we do need love. Like, it's hard out here. And people just don't know the struggles that we have to go through. And it's nice that someone acknowledges it.
I love that song. It's like totally relatable. I want it in my car right now to listen to. Like there's things in there, like some of the lyrics that I want to tell like some people.
So from here on out, you only show up for something you said you wanted to do when you grow up.
Me and my sister have this one thing where we like the flow of some music and of someone's voice that it gives us like goosebumps, and it gave me goosebumps on that part.
See, this shit ain't about letting money make you, but reaching up, peaking you up to afford to be yourself.
that made me think about sometimes my damn life. Hell, shit. Like, you can't fake shit. Like, you gotta just be who you are.
Junior didn't make the team.
What?
You know, I've been working overtime, my second job, just to buy the shoes to play in.
Did the coach say why?
Yeah, he said I should be practicing with him instead of buying shoes for him. Ain't that what his deadbeat ass daddy's for?
The coach say he need help with his jump shot. Did he give you a hand packing his lunchbox?
The girls at the playground said I'm not pretty enough to be a princess.
Whatever, man. Look, listen to me. Think how you want to think. It's your brain. We died from boredom if we all thought the same thing.
But I said I was the best, and then they called me dumb.
That's no making sense. Listen to me. Think how you want to think. It's your brain. We died from boredom if we all thought the same thing. I don't see how being a single mama is something to be proud of. You're right. Something to be very proud of. How you figure that? Kids are expensive. On top of that, they need both parents in their life. That's the point. Single mothers are wearing both hats. Alright. Me and you both know them kids doomed from the start. That's not true. Some of the most influential people in the world who have influenced people like me and you both came from single parent households. Welcome to Think Fearless with Alex E. Miller. Today's topic is single mothers. We were able to sit down with a few single mothers to hear their stories, their how-to on how they're able to maintain having a life of their own while getting their little one's life started off on the right track at the same time. Without any further ado, we're going to get right to the footage of those conversations. Well, with Natalie Pitcher doing the acting, the photography, as well as the e-commerce, and also the singing, where does Natalie Pitcher find time to be able to maintain that life of her own and get your little one's life started off on the right track?
Well, it's not easy, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You know, I'm fortunate enough to have 50-50 custody with my ex-husband. So what that looks like is a week on, a week off, and it's all about time management, really.
Gotcha.
You know, I make sacrifices in the ways that, well, a lot of ways, really, when you're a parent. But you know, I find a gym that has daycare so that I can still get my fitness in when I have him. I limit that time so that I still have time with him. I ended up working the third career, the fulfillment side of things. A lot of it due to the fact that, you know, I wanted him to go to a good school, and it's kind of hard to do two career paths that can be any time of day. As you know, I mean, weddings can go late at night. If I were to shoot a wedding, acting could be filming overnight, and I found that, you know, at the end of the day, I want to find a school that is going to teach my son all the things that you know he needs to learn and to grow. And yeah, it's all about time management. It's all about making sure you have your priorities set in place, and ultimately having the child at the forefront of your mind and always the most important thing.
Wow.
So
that's interesting. How aware is your child that his mom is this superwoman? You know, that, you know, she does all these different things here.
Where is he? Well, he's also on the screen and in the photos and the ads.
So he's well aware of this. So he knows everything that's going on. He sees mom here, he sees mom there. I'm pretty sure that's something that it's definitely going to be an inspiration for him, you know, as he grows older, to see his mother doing this.
Well, I will say, I took a little bit of a pivot. When I knew that I was pregnant with him, I kind of thought, oh my goodness, this is the end of my career, you know, and it's hard. It's hard for a lot of moms to juggle things like acting specifically, or, you know, especially any sort of artistic field, and being a parent, let alone 3 careers. But I decided when I had him that it was far more important for me to follow my dreams and lead by example, and show him that it's more important for him to follow his dreams than to settle for something that's less than what is good enough for him.
Wow.
So that's when I ultimately decided to really push forward and do a lot more in the film and television area of things as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, great insight from each of our guests here today. If you yourself are a single mother, or you know a single mother that has a story that they wouldn't mind telling, to share some of their insight that can help the rest of the single mothers around the world, go ahead and send us an email. We would love to have you as a guest on our show. That's all we have for today on Think Fearless with Alex E. Miller. As always, they say the world's biggest fear is public speaking. Together, we're going to make the world more comfortable with speaking in public. We're going to leave you today with a performance from myself featuring Lisa Rainey. This is Dear Single Mama.
So when we get the head we get, with everything we go through, mamas need love too, mamas need love too. When we get the head we get, with everything we go through, mamas need love too, mamas need love too.
Coach say he need help with his jump shot. Can he give you a hand pack in his lunchbox? The barber say his head need to be combed out. Can he give you a hand picking his clothes out? The teacher say he need help with his homework, but he don't know that you don't even come home first. And by the time that you do, and you turn the stove off, you better finish cooking dinner before you doze off. Cause you got a second job, no second guessing, no you can't be a better mom, can't do a better job. I know you get choked up, cause life is a mouthful, but use your praying hands, girl. God got you. Why ain't asking you to sing a mom? I'm just showing gratitude. You a single mom. Hell, all of the pressure that you've been under, the pleasure's all mine. I'm truly young. What is your dream? You know, let's go ahead and break it down. It's 24 hours in a day. So when you think about it, if we sleep for 8 of them and we got 16 left over, if what we're doing for work we don't want to do, that means that half the day we're spending time doing something that we don't want to do. You know, we're putting ourselves through stress. Then the other half, we're probably trying to figure out, you know, coping mechanisms, ways to cope and maintain a peace of mind, you know, because of the stress that we put ourselves through with the other 8 hours, you know, because we were somewhere we didn't want to be. But what's that thing that you want to do that, you know, it tugs on your heartstrings, like when you're asleep, or when you wake up, or when you lie in bed at night, you know what I'm saying? It's something that you want to do that it's not so much because it pays the bills, because, you know, everything that feeds the body don't feed the soul. It's just something that you want to do. You know, I go first. You know, my dream is to be able to be a household name in the entertainment industry through rapping, acting, have my own talk show, et cetera, be able to inspire people to go for their dreams. But tell me, what's your dream, and help us all think fearless. What is your gift? we're all gifted at something. I don't care who you are. We all were born with a gift. I think my gift is the ability to be the most insecure yet the most confident person at the same time. You know, it's times that people that are closest to me will tell me, you know, I'm too hard on myself. And there's also times where people that are close to me will tell me I need to get over myself. You know, that comes from, I remember when I was like 7 years old, it was like some test that I was given, and they told my parents, you know, my intelligence level was like off the charts, right? But I also remember, you know, being considered emotionally handicapped and being in certain classes and having to take medication and things like that. You know, that ties into my mental health. With this being the last day of Mental Health Awareness Month, I think, you know, it's the best time to share that with people. I still struggle with anxiety here and there. But I want you to share what you feel like your gift is, you know. It's nothing to be bashful about. It's what makes us us. Share your gift and help us all think fearless.
On set, you know, you're another character. And whenever you're going through any type of tough experiences in your life, those experiences, you're someone else. You're that person that's in that transition. You know, you're the kid that you're watching on your documentary further down the line. So you have to look at it like the end goal is there. I see it. Right now I'm in a transition stage. So this isn't going to be forever. This is temporary. With the victims, like, our blessings go out to the families of the victims in Orlando. Just always praying in faith, not in fear. Like, I have this hashtag theme called Think Fearless that I do on my social media, and I would like the world to try to start a hashtag theme called Pray Fearless, because that's what we need to do. As long as you pray fearless, then you can get through anything. In faith, not in fear.
So many other things have happened to you as well. If you can just let us know all of those tragic things.
Yeah, a lot of deaths in the family. Since I've graduated high school, it's been like 13 deaths in 13 years. But it's more for the documentary. I was inspired. Every eulogy that I was hearing, you know, it put it into perspective that, you know, life is short and you want to take advantage of the time while you have it.
The coach say he need help with his jump shot. Can he give you a hand packing his lunchbox? The barber says his hair need to be combed out. Can he give you a hand picking his clothes out?
I want, from my music, from my movies, from anything I do, I want to inspire people. I want people to think fearless, right, about speaking in public about their individuality. Whatever they're going through, that's a part of your individuality. It's probably linked to your dream. My dream is to make others feel comfortable with pursuing their dreams. So take advantage of what you have here, use your resources, which is everyone, everything, and then reach for the stars.
Who is this? This is the guy that speaks up for those who may or may not speak up for themselves because they feel like nobody's listening. Behind the inviting personality and $1 million smile, Alex E. Miller experienced over 10 deaths in his family in a little over 10-year span. He was hospitalized, nearly having a heart attack himself, but he survived. This led him to losing 40 pounds in 3 months, going vegan, and he doesn't smoke or drink at all. Health is wealth when it comes to him. He's an artist. He's a songwriter. He writes music for himself and others. He's opened up for some A-list acts alongside the likes of Pitbull, T-Pain, Flo Rida, and Rick Ross. He's also an actor and has appeared in videos and commercials for Fortune 500 companies like McDonald's, Pepsi, as well as Major League Baseball. He's been interviewed on NBC, CBS, ABC, and WEDU, sharing his story of turning tragedy to triumph. This is the cover of magazines that sit in your rack next to you when you're bringing out your groceries. This is billboards that you see out of the window when you're on the way to work. This is commercials that you see during the Super Bowl. This is the box office. This is the Billboard charts. This is the Grammys. This is the Oscars. This is network status. This is Alex E. Miller. What does it sound like? Think Tupac meets Kanye West. This is hip-hop and pop at the same time. It's so melodic that after one listen, his music gets stuck in your head for the rest of the day. Alex E. Miller says, with music content, you're either speaking for someone or to someone. I speak for and to all walks of life. People who hear my music say, he took the words out of my mouth. He doesn't over-wordsmith his lyrics to impress the public. The lyrics are as relatable as any artist could be. He's like a spokesperson for humanity. Kanye West once rapped, to the hustlers, killers, murderers, drug dealers, even the strippers, Jesus walks with them. To the victims of welfare, if we were living in hell here, hell yeah, Jesus walks with them. After hearing his music, you'll say to yourself, Alex E. Miller walks with them too. And he talks to them as well. Where do you market it?
Inspired by his life experiences to market his music, Alex E. Miller hosts his own talk show skits where he displays his talent while helping the world overcome its biggest fear in public speaking, using commonalities through triumphs and tragedies to make the world more comfortable with speaking to each other in public. Imagine Ellen, Oprah, or Steve Harvey ripping their own stage down performing a song with subject matter that tied into the theatrical skit and heartfelt interview they just conducted with their guests from the general public. You will go from crying to laughing to dancing in a matter of minutes and feel as free as a bird. Feeling all these emotions and feeling so comfortable to do so is the gift that is Alex E. Miller. Alex says conventional music videos show you what type of dances to do with your friends during a song. My talk show skits show you what type of conversations to have with your friends after the song goes off. We're going to do music videos anyway. Why not get the public involved in advance to market their story and the music at the same time? Doing it this way extends the battery life of a song because the message moves you too, not just the melody. It's a win-win for the masses, brings people together, and puts you even more in tune with the melody. It gives an onlooker more of a reason to buy or stream music, and it gives tangible value to the brand as a whole. Alex E. Miller is like the world's best friend who wins every talent show. How would I sell it? Alex E. Miller's music is about individuality. He prides himself on creating content that encourages you to be unapologetic about who you are today, regardless of your past experiences, environment, or upbringing. It's the soundtrack to you putting yourself together when you've fallen apart, embracing yourself when told not to, coming out of your shell when you're afraid to, and no matter how different you are, falling in love with yourself inside out. Though it's an oxymoron, his catalog includes fight songs that help you reach peace with being yourself. At the Sunscreen Film Festival, Academy Award nominated actor of the Buddy Holly story, Gary Busey, told Alex that he had a smile that could wake the dead. Also, he received praise from Hollywood production manager Philip A. Ramos from the Sex and the City series, who posted on social media that Alex's promotional tactics at the film festival was the new way to promote yourself as an actor. This particular tactic is where Alex places business cards in the men's restrooms at the film festival in order to get noticed. Alex E. Miller undoubtedly has the it factor. When do I present it? Other than when you put marketing dollars behind targeted ads to give visibility to the targeted audiences, you put Alex E. Miller in an industry environment and watch him work the room like an A-list socialite / politician. Put him on the red carpet and watch influencers gravitate to him because he looks just as good as they do. Put him in a studio and watch with influencers and watch them gravitate to him because he sounds just as good as they do. Before you know it, he will become their life coach and their ghostwriter / songwriter at the same time. Maybe even their video director after they see his visuals. Hell, cosigns will come from every direction possible, every direction imaginable. There's so many layers to Alex E. Miller, and it gets more and more lucrative as each layer is pulled back. He understands how visibility works, and he will spread himself like a rumor to the masses. He will center that visibility, upsell himself, and tie it into his brand hub. Once he's seen in certain environments amongst other fan favorites, the public's inevitable curiosity of who is this guy I see everywhere will take its course. That is the smoke that leads to the fire. That is Alex E. Miller.
Think fearless. Don't be in fear of being overlooked. A lot of times, regardless of whatever field you're pursuing a career in, you might run into that issue where you feel like, someone's not opening that door for you that you need to get to that next level. A lot of times you run into an issue where someone's not giving you that opportunity that you need to be able to show what it is you have to offer. Well, when you get tired of, them not answering the door for you, when you get tired of knocking on their door, give them a reason to knock on yours. When you get tired of someone not giving you an opportunity, turn yourself into an opportunity. And that pretty much, it's simple. Research, trial and error, repeat. Research, trial and error, repeat. Because a lot of times that energy that you're putting into trying to take that giant leapfrog step into whatever it is that you're doing, you'll end up exhausting yourself, putting so much energy into that you'll forget about some of the baby steps that you can take along the way to turn yourself into an opportunity or to give someone a reason to knock on your door. Follow the hashtag Think Fearless. I'm Alex E. Miller. Thanks for watching. Think fearless. Don't be in fear of getting your hopes up. You want to hope for the best and expect better. No never means no. No means not yet. If you're in the workforce, you've been up for promotion 20 times. If you're an athlete, you tried out for 20 teams. If you're an entertainer and 20 times you thought it was your big break, that 21st time it's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen then so on and so on. Every time it's going to be that time.
You always want to think of it that way, because when it does happen, it's not going to be because someone else finally believed in you. It'll be because you always believed in you. Every time is that next time, no matter what. If you've lost faith and you don't believe that next time is the next time, if you can't guarantee it, lose. If you can't guarantee victory, lose, then guarantee it again, then quit, because you've lost belief. Follow the hashtag Think Fearless. I'm Alex E. Miller. Thanks for watching. Think fearless. Don't be in fear of getting used. Why would anyone invest anything into you if they can't get anything out of you? If you think about it, if you're being used, then that means that you're a blessing. That means you're serving your purpose. The more people can benefit off of you, the faster you're going to get to wherever it is that you're trying to go. Think fearless. Don't be in fear of sacrifice. Life isn't some video game to where you go through so many levels and then all of a sudden you beat the game. You know, you hear the figure of speech set for life. That doesn't exist, because even when you think you have everything, you're going to want more. And that's a good thing, because that's what keeps the heart beating. That's what, fuels your desire to live. So you want to look at everything around you, assess the who, what, where, when, and how in your life, and figure out how you can leverage that to get to the next stage that you want to go to in your life, because that's what it's there for in the first place. Don't be so married to your current situation or your assets or anything that you have to the point where you're like, oh no, what will I do if I lose this? You're going to get more, get something even better. That's what it's there for. That's what allows you to grow. Otherwise, you have to go outside of self, and then it puts you in debt. You want to figure out how you can invest in yourself. And a lot of times we're already given what we need and what's worth to be able to invest in ourselves. Follow the hashtag Think Fearless. I'm Alex E. Miller. Thanks for watching. Think fearless. Don't be in fear of circumstances. Sometimes we have to be inside of a box to be forced to think outside of the box. The best things comes from the worst situations at times. You want to look at life like you're in a movie and you're the good guy. And there's going to be turmoil, there's going to be drama along the way just to keep you entertained, just to keep your attention. And then there's going to be a happy ending. So anytime something happens, you got to think of it as like, okay, this is just what's going to keep me entertained along the way. But there will be a happy ending. You have to trust that there's going to be a happy ending no matter what. Don't let the circumstances overwhelm you and try to send you in a different direction other than what you were intending to go. Trust the process. Follow the hashtag Think Fearless. I'm Alex E. Miller. Thanks for watching.